Greg, who's to blame for the slow start? Are we going Zeke? Are we going Cowboys?
I'm going with the Cowboys. I said this on Monday.
You did.
I definitely blame the Cowboys, and here's why. I truly believe that they are trying to identify where Dak is, and is he the future? Shannon, what's the biggest question mark on this Cowboys team?
You know what it is? What it is? Say it for me.
The defense.
No, it ain't. It is right here.
Yeah.
This
For
number.
the future, moving to the future.
He wears this
That's
number.
how many rings.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the one unknown.
Yes.
So when you look at this offense, specifically the offensive side of the
I
ball,
can't even believe you're saying. I can't even. I'm sorry.
Hear
to
me out,
interrupt,
Skip.
but
Hear me
the
out.
one unknown after 4 years.
Here's why.
2 Pro Bowls.
I get all of that.
2 division championships. He's
I
the
get all of that,
unknown.
and I like
I'm
all of that.
astounded these words are being uttered in this studio.
And no
They just
contract.
went out on
in
national
no
TV.
contract.
And no contract.
Shannon,
I'm
in no
dumbfounded.
contract. And the reason why I like what Dak Prescott is doing, I just know that he's the one unknown. Are they concerned with Ezekiel Elliott? No. Are they even concerned with Amari Cooper? No, they know what these guys are. It's Dak Prescott that's the big question mark, which is why he still doesn't have the contract, which is why I truly believe that they used those 3 games to start the season to really build his confidence, to see what he was going to be.
He won the division last year.
I get all of that.
He went 8-1 down the stretch with Amari Cooper.
The touches for Ezekiel Elliott are down. When not just rushing attempts, it's passing attempts. Why? Because there's a guy at quarterback that is improving, but he's still trying to find his way and solidify the future of his career with the Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott is averaging 4 less touches per game.
Yep.
Prior to this season. So you can't say that it's on Ezekiel Elliott. And one might want to say, oh, he wasn't in training camp. He's not. No, I don't want to hear that. This guy has been working his entire life to carry the load, and they just aren't using him the same as in years prior.
I agree with everything you just said. It's the Cowboys.
Lord
And what they look like, Skip, they look like they're transitioning this team. They're becoming more of a throwing team than a running team.
Why would they do that?
If
The
Greg
guy can't play.
Who can't play?
The quarterback. That's what you say, and you say.
No, I'm not saying he can't play.
Are you gonna let me talk? It's my turn. It's my turn. I know you chomping to get in on this, but let me just finish up. Greg mentioned that he's averaging 4 carries. Actually, it's almost 5. It's 4.8 carries a game than where he was last year. He's 27 carries, touches down from where he was last year this time. So obviously he's not getting the. Dak has thrown the ball 27 more times this year than where he had thrown it at last year. And, Skip, you can see the transition. They're throwing the ball more. They're putting the ball more in Dak's hands. Well, if they're throwing it more, Zeke can't run it more. So that's where they are. This is why Dak's numbers are way up as far as passing. This is why Zeke's numbers are way down as far as rushing. They're transitioning. I believe Zeke is one of these backs, Skip. 1 to 10 carries, you're not going to see it. Is when he hits that 15 to 20, that 20 to 25, where he's banged and banged and banged.
Down the
right,
defense.
and then he hits that home run, or he wears you down, and you look up like, man, Zeke had 150 yards. I didn't know that. But they're transitioning, Skip. It's nothing wrong with Zeke. He's there if they need him, but right now they're giving Dak more opportunity to throw the ball than they are giving Zeke to run the football.
And that's wrong. You said.
No, I didn't say that was. Skip, I didn't say that was wrong.
Well, you agreed with everything he
That
just
hasn't
said.
been-
And he
that
said the
hasn't been
question
the
mark
key
is
to
the
their
quarterback.
success.
Yeah, I agree with Greg. Greg said it's the Cowboys, and it is because they're throwing more than running. That's nothing to do with Zeke. Zeke is fine. Give him the ball, and you'll see what he can do.
I don't know. It's hard. Like after a while, I get worn down and worn out, and I look around, and it's surreal to me. I'm still hearing these words come out.
What?
This quarterback is the question mark.
It is.
He's made 2 Pro Bowls. He nearly led the league in QBR as a rookie. He would have if they hadn't mailed it in at Philadelphia. He is now leading, as we speak, this league in QBR.
But he won at the end of the season.
Okay, well, we'll see about that. I don't know. He just
You want to put 2 on it?
Yeah, I'll put one case on that since you owe me 40.
Two.
No, I'll do one case
2.
right now. Well, I mean, it's a long shot. It's hard, man. You got a lot of competition.
If he's the guy you say he is.
Well, you guys say he's a bust.
No.
Question mark. Question mark.
He is the question. He is the
question mark.
He is the question mark
He has
on
led
that
this
team.
league in game-winning drives over the last 3 years.
Against bad teams.
Really, he's won the division twice as a starting quarterback. That is hard to do because Philly's really good, and he's done it twice. And the accolades are everywhere, but I don't have time to go through those because I want to go back to Zeke. The Zeke I am seeing this year, he got his money, and I'm not seeing him run with quite the hunger that he used to run with. I don't know if it's the contract. I don't know if it's Cabo. Obviously, the first couple of games, he was still in Cabo shape, as in not quite in game shape. And so they let him try to run his way into shape, and against bad teams, second 2 games, he got off. He got 111, 125 in the second 2 against Washington and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Then we hit New Orleans. This was a big game on the road where they just said, we're going to come out and smash you Saints in the mouth the way we did at Jerry World last year on a Thursday night against Drew Brees. This is Teddy Bridgewater.
Right.
We're going to run it down your throat. And guess who got the ball jammed right back down their own throats was the Dallas offensive line, because Zeke tried 18 times to run the ball that night, and he got 35 yards. 18 times for 35 yards. He also caught 6 balls for a grand total of 20 yards. So they tried to feature Zeke all night. And I'm saying, stop it. I can't watch it anymore. I don't want to see a none-yard run on first down because it was constantly 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11. And he just didn't look the same quite to me, that dominating force. I didn't see the quickness. I didn't see the burst once he broke into the secondary.
But did you see?
Hey, when he was a rookie, or go back to that last couple of years at Ohio State, when he hit the secondary, he's just gone.
So that doesn't exist anymore now.
I'm not seeing quite that I used to. Maybe it's shape.
But you saw the power when he drug that big-ass D lineman in the end zone from Green Bay. Remember he got hit in the backfield, and he drug him in the end zone?
So you want a fullback? Is that what
Oh, my goodness. You ought to be champion.
That's what you're talking about. No, seriously. So what did I see Sunday? I saw a really beautiful blend of Dak and Zeke.
Right.
And I like the way it started. I just don't like what started happening on defense, because the defense from the get-go could not slow down Aaron Jones, not Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Jones. They're getting run out of their own building.
True.
And we've seen it happen before. We saw it happen out here at the Coliseum, and I don't get it.
Because you were behind,
okay,
and you had the ball so infrequently, you can't run yourself back into the game,
okay.
So Dak had to throw it.
Okay, so look, just real quick, I don't want to bore you with the play-by-play, but I'm just going to give you the quick little bits of play-by-play here to start this game. So it's 0-0. They actually stopped Green Bay in the first maiden punt the first time they had the ball. Then they toss it to Zeke to start the game, their first offensive play, but he only gets 2. Then Amari, they throw it to Amari for 23. Then Zeke gets loose, and the line just blew him off the ball, and he gets 12 yards. And now it's like we're going back and forth, and now it's Amari's turn. And they throw it to Amari on the in cut, and you know what happened. It hits him here. It wasn't quite on target, but it hit both of his hands, and it didn't deserve to be intercepted, but it was. So I can't erase that. So all of a sudden, Green Bay goes down, and it's 7-0. So they come back, and they give it to Zeke the first time on the next drive, and he gets 12 yards.
See?
Pretty good. And then they say, okay, we love that. Let's give it to him again. He gets 6 yards, but they have an illegal shift. Now they're backed up again. So they try to throw it to Witten, and he throws a little high to Witten. But then it's a beautiful pump and go to Amari for 46 yards. So here's my issue that I'm going to agree with you on this. So it's 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 37, and 7-0 Green Bay.
Right.
Okay, I might think I'm going to hand it to 21 2 or 3 times and see what happens. But they roll out Dak on the first play, and he runs for 3 yards. But again, maybe I would try Zeke there. So then he tries Zeke on 2nd and 7, and he goes nowhere. He gets 0. So now it's like, we got to throw it because it's 3rd and 7. And Zadarius Smith blows right by, which side was that? It's by Cam Fleming.
Yeah, left tackle.
And sacks Dak, who barely had time to even look downfield, and he's down, okay?
How's that Zeke fall?
Okay, and then all of a sudden, it's 14-0. Okay, now here we go again. They come back, and they say, well, let's stick with the run, and they give it to Zeke, and he gets 3. Then they throw it to Amari, and he gets 24. Then they reverse it to Tavon, and he gets 14. Then they give it to Zeke, and he gets 17, but they held, so it was an illegal play.
Right.
So it's back. And now the bad interception happens. I told you that's the one bad decision Dak made in that game. And all of a sudden, here we go. And then the weird thing was, the next series, guess who comes in at running back?
Pollard.
Tony Pollard
that
comes in.
guy.
Aha! And what happens? They go handoff, handoff, handoff. They hand it to him 4 straight times. Are they sending a message? I don't know, because he goes 6, 7, 5, 1. And then on 3rd and 4, guess what? The other Smith is unblocked. Preston Smith just blows right by whoever's over there. I don't even know the guy's name, the backup right tackle. And boom, Dak goes down, and here we go, 17-0.
So it looked like Dak playing the offensive line to get Zeke blown up.
Okay.
That would have looked like to me. Because they block it for
Yep.
Dak, and Zeke can't get going.
What I don't want viewers to think is that it's just about rushing the football with Ezekiel Elliott. He has been a vital piece to the passing game.
Yeah.
Last year at this point,
I got it.
last year at this point, he had 22 receptions. Now it's down to 13. So his touches overall are
got it.
down.
The Patriots led the NFL in playoff rushing last year. Tom Brady needs some semblance of a running game. Okay, it's just how you play.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.